So, you want to know more about toxicology? Well, toxicology, also called the science of poisons, is the study of the harmful effects of substances to living things. We normally think of poisons as stuff that can kill or seriously harm us, like cyanide or snake venom. But toxicology looks at the adverse effects of all substances. 500 years ago, the German-Swiss physician and alchemist Paracelsus, the father of toxicology, declared that only the dose is the poison. He realized everything could be toxic. Medicines and even essential chemicals like oxygen and water are harmful if you have too much. We often think only man-made chemicals are harmful, while natural chemicals are not. In reality, some of the most well-known poisons occur naturally, like strychnine from a tree of the same name, and botulinum toxin, deadly in food but widely used as the cosmetic treatment Botox. Chemicals make up everything around us: air, food, water, clothes, and mobile phones. A cup of coffee contains more than 1,000 different chemicals. You, me, and all living things are highly complex and organized collections of chemicals. These chemicals form cells, tissues, and organs, like the heart or lungs. Chemical reactions are continually taking place in our bodies and keep us alive. Our bodies react in many different ways to excessive chemical exposure. Contact with skin might cause irritation or an allergic reaction, but most chemicals affect us when they are absorbed or injected. Each substance's ability to pass through the lungs, stomach lining, or skin depends on its properties, such as molecular size or water solubility. Once inside our bodies, chemicals can cause effects ranging from tiny, non-harmful changes to cells to sudden death. Sometimes ill health is not seen until years later, or even in future generations. Toxicologists identify the harmful effects caused by different chemicals and how much of the chemical is required to cause the effect. By doing this, they are able to provide advice on safe levels of exposure. In doing so, they must consider the variability in a chemical's effects between different species, males and females, children and adults, and healthy people versus those who are ill. Toxicology is a complex and diverse science. It has to be to discover the ways that chemicals are absorbed into, move around, and leave our bodies, and how they impact our biochemistry. Consequently, toxicology includes many specialisms, such as genetic toxicology, which looks at interactions with DNA, and reproductive toxicology, which studies potential impacts on fertility and the development of offspring. Although human safety is the original concern of toxicology, ecotoxicology is the equally important study of how chemicals affect wildlife and the ecology of our environment. Ultimately, we know there's no such thing as a safe chemical. But we also know there is no chemical that cannot be used safely by simply limiting the exposure. Toxicology is a fascinating and diverse area of study and work, and our collection of videos covers its many facets. Click on our links to see toxicologists talking about their specialist areas in more detail.